everyone. Welcome to Trades Talk. I am your host, Pop Culture Mechanic. And I know it's not Tuesday, but Tuesday was very busy. It was a long 12-hour day of startup for me, so I had to postpone the old Trades Talk till today, which seems like an okay day. And before I get into the news, I'd like to say hello to you, David Glenn. Nice to see you. A loyal watcher of the channel. Really appreciate you coming by. Anybody else who happens to be lurking and listening, I hope you enjoy the streams I do, and I enjoy bringing them to you. So yes, Trades Talk Note 101 is on the way. Now that shutdown is over, everything has started back up again. Little hiccups, getting things all smoothed out, but we are making product again. And now I can go back to the task of taking stock of what was used and doing some reordering, because that's necessary after all the things we've used up over the course of shutdown. Now's the time. And I may have to wait a little while too, because the budget's shot, so probably have to wait till January and can order some more things, more supplies. But yes, as I said before, we're going to start off with some news here, courtesy of Plant Magazine. And excuse me, I saw one on here. Hyundai partners with Lithion for EV battery recycling. So I'm interested in this. I wonder if they're going to tell us how they're going to recycle, and what they're going to do. But let's see what these guys are going to talk about. Hyundai Auto Canada has appointed Lithion as its primary and official partner for the collection of electric vehicle batteries and modules for recycling. The multi-year partnership follows an earlier agreement from 2021 focused on validating Lithion's advanced technology for recovering 98% of the minerals found in lithium-ion batteries. Okay, you've got my attention. Through this strategic partnership, Lithion will support Hyundai and Genesis dealers and distributors nationwide in managing the life cycle of EV batteries. When a vehicle reaches the end of its battery life, dealers can coordinate with Lithion to have the battery transported to Lithion's recently opened recycling facility in Saint Bruno near Montreal. Company representatives say the collaboration aims to streamline battery management processes, encompassing logistics, collection, and dismantling, with a focus on safe and efficient recycling practices. Hey, how you doing, Tits? Nice to see you. You talked all that smack to me about not working too hard, but you were 22 hours into your day when a cow stepped on your foot, breaking... Oh, Tits! You poor bugger! I will mock you relentlessly. How dare you get stepped on by a cow? Do you know people pay for that kind of thing, eh? You should be ashamed of yourself. Call yourself a large breed veterinarian. Anyways, it's good to have you here. I hope you heal up quick there, Tits. We'll continue on here. At Hyundai Canada, we are proud to offer Canadians the most awarded EV lineup in the country. As a leader in the transition towards electrification, it's important for us to ensure that electric vehicles we sell into the market have the lowest carbon footprint as possible. This is a lie, of course, because mining all the materials to get those materials for the batteries, you can't tell me that's low carbon. So right there's a lie right there. This partnership with Lithion allows us to ensure optimal recycling of our batteries, all while doing business with a Canadian company, says Ken Masonville, Executive Director of Customer Experience and After Sales at Hyundai Auto Canada. Excuse me, guys. You don't. You're going to enjoy your time off. Yes. Enjoy your time off then, tits. It's much needed, especially if you're doing a 22-hour day. What the hell's wrong with you? Come on, man. That's working even harder than me. For many years, Lithium has been privileged and fortunate to partner globally and locally with Hyundai, a visionary company dedicated to finding sustainable circular economy solutions for its lithium-ion batteries. Today, we are extremely proud to count this global leader in the automotive industry among our customers. This partnership paves the way forward globally and here in Canada by reaffirming Lithium's critical, pivotal, essential role in the battery manufacturing value chain. Since the completion in June 2024 of its first commercial plant for extracting critical minerals from lithium-ion batteries, Lithium has signed several multi-year agreements for battery feedstock. These agreements involve partnerships with Canadian, American, and international corporations. Have I ever seen a cobalt mine? No, I don't believe I have. But I'm sure it's like strip mining or open pit mining. Probably looks pretty horrific. And these guys that are doing this, I'm yet to see. Like once they tell us how they do it, or they take us on a tour of the factory to show how they break down these lithium-ion batteries, I want to see it in person, or I want to see it at least some video of it. And that's fine. You own an electric car. How much is the new battery going to cost? How much? Will it be more than the cost? Or will it be half the cost of buying a new car? If it's half the cost, just buy a new car. But if it's going to be less than that, you're going to have to make it significantly less to buy a new battery for your car. You got to do something about that. Nobody mentioned anything about what happens when your battery runs out and you have to buy a new one. How much is it going to be? We'll see what happens. I'm just throwing those questions out there. Lithium mines are like gingers. It's a fun ride, but boy, do they leave a mess. Yeah, I believe it, tits. I really do. All right, that was that one. The federal government invests in Gigantic Scientific Smart Concrete Demonstration Plant. Here's one. Boeing will lay off 10% of its employees as a strike by factory workers cripples plane production. Boeing is just getting it from both ends. Like, unreal. You'd ballpark new batteries at $6,500 and they have to be replaced every 6 years. Oof. That's pretty crazy. But sounds about right to me. So Boeing plans to lay off about 10% of its workers in the coming months, about 17,000 people, as it continues to lose money and tries to deal with a strike that is crippling production of the company's best-selling airline planes. New CEO Kelly Ortberg told staff in a memo on October 11th that the job cuts will include executives, managers, and employees. We'll see just how many managers they get rid of. The company has about 170,000 employees worldwide, many of them working in manufacturing facilities in the states of Washington and South Carolina. Boeing had already imposed rolling temporary furloughs, but Ortberg said those will be suspended because of the impending layoffs. Boeing needs it from both ends. Yeah, they do. Yeah, I agree. The company will further delay the rollout of a new plane, the 777X, to 2026 instead of 2025. They'll also stop building the cargo version of its 767 jet in 2027 after finishing current orders. Boeing has lost more than $25 billion since the start of 2019. How'd you like to be the CEO of Boeing right now? You're like, you're riding this thing into the freaking ground. That's what you're doing. About 33,000 union machinists have been on strike since September 14th. 2 days of talks this week failed to produce a deal, and Boeing filed an unfair labor practices charge against the International Association of Machinists and Aerospace Workers. Oh, no, unfair labor practice? Maybe file it against yourself, Boeing, for all your garbage maintenance that you do. As it announced layoffs, Boeing also gave a preliminary report on its third quarter financial results, and the news is not good for the company. They didn't want Disney to showing them up. Yeah. Hold my beer. Boeing said it burned through $1.3 billion in cash during the quarter. Hey, Godzillionaire, how you doing? Great. Now you think it's Tuesday. It's all right. I got to make up somehow. When I don't stream, my views just tank. So I got to do something to keep those numbers up. So yeah, it burned through $1.3 billion in cash during the quarter and lost $9.97 per share. Industry analysts have been expecting the company to lose $1.61 per share in the quarter, according to FactSet survey. But analysts were likely unaware of some large write-downs that Boeing announced Friday. A $2.6 billion charge related to delays of the 777X, $400 million for the 767, and $2 billion for defense and space programs, including new Air Force One jets, a space capsule for NASA, and a military refueling tanker. The 777 will never see production. Cost overruns and bad design make it unflyable. Oh! This is their spruce goose, eh? Howard Hughes would be proud, I'm sure. Yet it's not Thursday? It's not Thursday? As you wrote it there? Thursday. The company, based in Arlington, Virginia, said it had $10.5 billion in cash and marketable securities on September 30th. Boeing is scheduled to release full third quarter numbers on October the 23rd. The strike has a direct bearing on cash burn because Boeing gets half or more of the price of planes when it delivers them to airline customers. The strike has shut down production of the 737 MAX, Boeing's best-selling plane, and 777s and 767s. The company is still making 787s at a non-union plant in South Carolina. Of course they are. Our business is in a difficult position, and it's hard to overstate the challenges we face together, Orthberg told staff. He said the situation requires tough decisions, and we'll have to make structural changes to ensure that we can stay competitive and deliver for our customers over the long term. Are you going to take a pay cut? I mean, any good CEO would take a pay cut. Ortberg took over at Boeing in August, becoming the troubled company's third CEO in less than 5 years. He is a longtime aerospace industry executive, but an outsider to Boeing. The new CEO faces many challenges to turn the company around. The FAA has increased scrutiny of the company after a panel blew out of a MAX during an Alaska Airlines flight in January. Boeing has agreed to plead guilty and pay a fine for conspiracy to commit fraud tied to the MAX, but relatives of the 446 people who died in two MAX crashes want tougher punishment, as they should. And Boeing got attention for all the wrong reasons when NASA decided that a Boeing spacecraft wasn't safe enough to carry the two astronauts home from the International Space Station. Oh, that is so funny. Boeing's like, yeah, we'll send up something to rescue them. They're like, no, that's okay. Hello, Elon, can you help us out here? And SpaceX to the rescue. At least the spruce goose flew for 100 feet. Yeah, there you are. He got it off the water, didn't he? Boeing will rebrand to Acme and sell exclusively to coyotes. Yeah. Oh, that's great. Somebody make a meme of that, please. We gotta do that. You gotta get that rumor out there. Let's start that rumor and get it flowing through the internet. Hello, 4chan, can you hear me? They need to go back to the promoting engineers to CEO. I mean, something. They had got to do something better. Maybe go back to being a private company, like having to try to turn a profit all the time for your shareholders. That's probably what's causing them to cut corners and cut costs and all that kind of stuff. But there you go. Boeing is going to lay off 10% of its employees. I'm sure there'll be quite the fallout from that. Honestly, right now, Airbus and any other, Bombardier, anybody else that, excuse me, anybody else that makes airplanes, like, get your name out there. Start advertising. Start going to where Boeing has contracts with and be like, hey, our planes don't fall out of the sky. Our planes don't disintegrate in midair. We have excellent maintenance records. You got to do that. Take advantage of it right now. Boeing's going down in flames, literally and figuratively. So, better hop on that, Airbus. Let's see what else is here. Shippers call on feds to shield supply chains against labor disruptions. Syntax Systems acquires Argonne supply chain solution. Canada invests $4.7 million in 2 BC companies to boost job and growth and jobs. This is called bribery before an election. That's what this is called, everybody. I know you're having one in the States in November, but ours will probably be next year. But this is like pre-election bribery. When they say Canada, they mean the government. The federal government is giving money to 2 companies in BC. Statistics Canada reports wholesale sales down in August. Ontario's EV sector gets a $12 million boost from the federal government. Once again, the federal government giving away money before an election. Manufacturing sales fell 1.3% to $69.4 billion in August. Here's one. Ontario electricity demand to soar due to EV manufacturing and AI. System operator. Ontario's electricity system operators expected demand to soar 75% higher by 2050. I mean, that's 30 years away, isn't it? Yeah. Little less than 30 years away. In part due to electric vehicle manufacturing and new data centers supporting artificial intelligence. Well, you know what? You can just hack those artificial intelligence things. Don't even start with those. That is far higher than the 60% increase projected just last year. It's up by 15%. So, don't be too surprised. The independent electricity system operator says industrial demand alone will increase by 58% by 2035, adding the equivalent of a city the size of Toronto to the grid. Why? Why will industrial demand increase by 58%? Is there going to be that many more businesses that need electricity? Like, what's going on here? Somebody's blowing smoke up my ass, and I don't like it. You're telling me that industrial demand is going to increase by 58%. Either we're going to have way more orders for things, or they're thinking they're going to get 58% more businesses. I think they're dreaming here. Somebody's lying. You're claiming asylum in Kazakhstan so you can vote for Pierre Polytechnique and use a Newfie accent, unless the Alberta accent is cooler. Well, Alberta accent, I mean, it may have a little bit of a Western twang to it. Probably further down south, especially near Calgary, where there's a lot of ranch hands, a lot of farmers. No, if you have to talk like this, you say, "Hey, I's the boy that builds the boat, and I's the boy that sails her." So, Newfie, it's sometimes tough to understand. All right, here we go. At least 60 new data centers are forecast to be in service by 2035. Why? Why do we need 16 data centers? Why is there going to be 16 new data centers? driving 13% of the new electricity demand, which the IESO says is a worldwide trend due to proliferation of AI. Oh, well, like I said, do we really need AI? Just because you can do something doesn't mean you should. Do we need all this AI? I don't think so. I don't get it. Like, anyways. Industrial demand will increase due to World War II plus one. I'm not too crazy about that. I don't want to see that roll around. That's not good. Chuck Farmer, the IESO Vice President of Planning, Conservation and Resource Adequacy, says Ontario already has data centers, but the growth in AI functions is pushing their energy needs infinitely higher. Why don't you just ask AI to figure out a solution to the energy problem? Maybe it will come up with something. You know, come on, you guys. I shouldn't have to think of this for these guys, the Vice President of Planning. And I, for one, welcome our AI overlords. The IESO says the province has enough power for the rest of this decade, and it will outline in a planning outlook early next year how it intends to meet the rising future demand. Yeah, in Ontario, they have a lot of nuclear. They use what is called the CANDU reactor, and it's supposed to be a cleaner kind of nuclear reactor, but that is what Ontario uses for the majority of their power. In Alberta here, we use natural gas generators, because that's what we have here. We have lots of natural gas. They used to be coal-fired, but now they're natural gas. We don't do a lot of solar. I've seen a couple of wind farms around. I don't know if they add enough to the grid or not. But yeah, nothing beats good old coal or natural gas powered. You know, when it gets down to minus 30, minus 40, I don't want a stupid wind turbine failing and causing me to freeze in my own house. So, yeah, I'm going to buy my own small little Generac natural gas generator, have it hooked up to my house so that when anything does happen, I will not freeze. Modern nuclear reactors are safer than coal-fired plants. Really? That is good to know, tits. And it's DJ Ronnie G. What's up, DJ? How you doing, man? You off work for the night? Anyways, that's it for the news that struck me worth looking at. That electrical vehicle battery recycling place, that factory, I want to see that in action. And I want to see how they do their process. Because they're saying they can recover 98% of the minerals. And it's like, okay, show me. You're off till Sunday. Nice. Nice, DJ. That's what I like to hear. All right, that's it for the news there. Here's something I found. And if you didn't hear Tit's name, you wouldn't have remembered to click the button. Yeah, that's right. Remember, always hit that live button there, everybody. Get the live chat going. Also, I have a poll up as well. Just something I wondered about. And it's just about whether do you guys get notifications about me streaming? Like, I always put something up on my Discord, and I'll always put something up on Twitter. I'll always put something on YouTube. What do they call it? Oh, that damn thing. The community page on YouTube. I'll always put one on there, but who knows whether it'll get out to you guys. Tits is always hidden. YouTube hates him. Obligatory go nuclear comment. Hey, G, how you doing, man? Nice to see you. It's been a while. Yeah, so I just kind of wonder. I mean, I will throw, for those of you guys. Oh, now I got to remember how to do this again. Okay, right here. Maybe you should change your name to Boobs and Blasters. Boobies. Everybody likes those. Here's a link to the Discord, you guys. If you haven't joined my Discord, go ahead. You'll always get the updates of when I'm going to stream. And among other things. We can talk about anime, we can talk about video games, we can talk about collectibles, all that sort of stuff. So if you're interested, go ahead, sign up. We'll welcome you with open arms. Everybody's really good there. You'll see some funny memes. I'm pretty sure Godzillionaire is like scouring for memes because they're always funny as hell. So, okay, Norway. So this is in Europe, not even North America. This is in Europe. Norway offers up to 85,000 euros to address skilled trades worker shortage. So Norway is experiencing a critical shortage of skilled trades workers, impacting key sectors and hindering economic growth. This situation has reached emergency levels, prompting the country to actively seek qualified professionals from abroad. According to the DADE scholarships, the shortage arises from several key factors. This will apply to us as well, I'm sure. Let's see. Your favorite YouTuber, Bolt-ons and Blasters. That's right. Or maybe Table Coon because you want to be Nina's Corner. Ooh. Nice. Has Norway tried promising to make weed legal? I don't know what their drug policies are over there. An aging population means more workers are retiring than entering the labor market. Yes, that applies to here as well. Never mind, you'll see yourself into the wood chipper now. Then you can call yourself Chips and Ray Guns, huh? Huh? Ah, there you go. Yeah, I'll show myself out now. The current population of Norway is 5,589,000 as of Wednesday, October 9th, 2024, based on Worldometer's elaboration of the latest United Nations data. The country's growing economy has led to a high demand for skilled labor. At the same time, the education system has not been able to produce enough graduates with the specific skills needed in today's fast-evolving industries, hence the demand for skilled workers. Yeah, what are you guys doing? Are you forcing them into liberal arts degrees over there or something stupid? What's the matter with you, Norway? Best thing to come out of Norway was the 80s band Aha. Take on me. Good music video if you ever get a chance to watch it. What to know? International skilled workers can apply for the skilled worker visa to work in Norway. Key requirements include a job offer. You need a job offer from a Norwegian employer is essential. Qualifications. Necessary qualifications and experience must be proven, including vocational diplomas or degrees relevant to the trade. I have those. Language proficiency. Learning Norwegian enhances job prospects and integration. Oh. No. I don't speak Norwegian. I don't know how to speak it. Skill assessment. Ensure qualifications are recognized in Norway through NOCUT. Norwegian Agency for Quality Assurance in Education. Okay. All that free college and they know nothing, Jon Snow. Exactly, G. They know nothing. DJ's heard of Code Geass. So have I. Lelouch of the Rebellion. Applicants must submit an online application to UDI, including the job offer, passport qualifications, financial proof, and accommodation details. Family members can also apply for permits under family reunification. UDI stands for Norwegian Directorate of Immigration. It is responsible for processing applications for immigration, residency, and citizenship in Norway. Highly sought after. I think they meant highly sought after. Good God, come on. Highly sought after. Highly sought after trades in Norway in 2024. Norway's economy is in need of skilled workers across various trades. The construction and infrastructure sector in particular is booming, creating a significant demand for carpenters, electricians, plumbers, welders, and metal workers. Dade informs that the construction industry is expanding due to residential and commercial development and renewable energy projects. Skilled trades in demand include carpenters and joiners, responsible for timber construction from framing to interior finishing. Electricians, install and maintain electrical systems for buildings and infrastructure. Plumbers, experts in water and drainage systems. Welders, essential for construction, shipbuilding, and industrial projects. Metalworkers, fabricate and install metal components for various structures. Yeah, I guess I could be a metalworker. Wouldn't be that difficult. LaDouche the Rebellion. Aha! Oh, in healthcare, an aging population has increased the need for healthcare professionals. The demand is high for registered nurses, specialized nurses, healthcare assistants, physiotherapists, occupational therapists. In engineering and technology, Norway's commitment to innovation has created a demand for engineers and IT professionals, including civil engineers, mechanical engineers, electrical engineers, software developers, and cybersecurity specialists. Excuse me. Salaries for skilled trades in Norway reflect a high standard of living, while figures vary based on experience and location. Here are some average annual salaries. Electrician, 550,000 to 700,000, I think, kroner? Norwegian kroner? Anyways, that works out to 52,000 to 66,000 euros. A plumber, 47,000 to 61,000 euros. A carpenter, 42,000 to 57,000 euros. Registered nurse, 42,000 to 57,000 euros. Software developer, 57,000 to 85,000. How to locate skilled trades opportunities. One should consider these platforms. Online job portals. Fin.no, Nav.no, Indeed.no, and Jobnjorg.no, and Juris. Recruitment companies, Adecco, Manpower, Randstad. I've heard of all of those before, so. By understanding requirements and actively seeking opportunities, professionals can build a rewarding career in this welcoming country. It's also Norway. I think you're close to the Arctic Circle, so you may want to consider that if you're going to try to work in Norway. I mean, you can check right now. Map of Norway. Come on. Yeah, the pay sounds good until you realize they're taxed like 40%. Yeah. Okay, so the... excuse me. Isn't Euro a Greek sandwich? Nah, it's all good, tits. Okay, I need a better map than that. That's, we gotta get something so it shows its proximity to Europe. But I do believe it's very rocky and mountainous. Be ready for those blue lights in wintertime. There we go. All right, so there's Norway. It's north of, there's United Kingdom, or Britain. The southernmost part of Norway comes down to the northern part of Great Britain. I mean, you're up there. Yeah. I don't know. Yeah, what was the capital? Oh, Oslo. Okay, so there's Oslo right there. So you can go across the. Looks like you take like a ferry over to Denmark, or you just drive through the other Nordic countries like Sweden. Looks like maybe it might be connected by a bridge. Maybe it's gonna be 50 in Oslo this week, so not too bad. Okay, the great north of Scotland. Yeah, exactly. you're up there, I say, from atop of my polar bear. That's if you want to change countries, but then it's a lot of hassle moving and everything like that. I mean, you can try it, but it's a possibility. But it looks like our trade shortage is global, so they're having the same problems we are, the same problems you are in the States. So, I mean, at least they don't have people sneaking up through the border. Maybe, I don't know. 2 houses over from Santa. uh, close. He's yeah. He's not a next door neighbor. This one's from MRO magazine. Humber Polytechnic opens expanded center for skilled trades and technology. I believe this is on Ontario. Humber Polytechnic held the grand opening of its expanded Center for Skilled Trades and Technology. The facility is designed to meet Ontario's growing demand for skilled workers and propel the economy forward as the institution tackles Canada's productivity crisis. With the industry-relevant labs and modern training spaces, the expanded center will reportedly provide students with hands-on experiences in fields such as industrial woodworking, electrical techniques, heating, refrigeration, and air conditioning. They could have just said HVAC. As Ontario invests heavily in infrastructure, including transit, highways, and housing, Humber Polytechnic's 16,000 square foot expansion of the center will aim to provide support by adding 500 new skilled trades, training opportunities across apprenticeship, pre-apprenticeship, and post-secondary levels. They don't have to sneak into Europe. They come in by the boatful. Yeah, but I don't know if they'll go that far to go up through, like, they'll cross the Mediterranean, but then they go up through Europe and then across the sea to the Nordic countries. I mean, it's pretty crazy if they're going to go that far for it. You hate the cold, only North Pole you're interested in. Better have a stripper on. Oh, yeah. Yeah, nothing wrong with that, tits. At Humber Polytechnic, we're committed to doing our part in addressing our country's productivity crisis while helping students bridge their brilliant dreams with careers that are in high demand. Our mission is to equip graduates with the right skills and experience to build lifelong employability in the workforce that's constantly evolving. With the expansion of the Center for Skilled Trades and Technology, we're preparing the next generation of skilled workers to drive Ontario's economy forward. Skilled trades professionals are the backbone of our economy, and we're proud to offer facilities to ensure they receive the highest level of training. You can say the highest level, but make sure you train them for relevant things in their trade. Because there's some things people in trades will never see. They'll only see it in the classroom. And that goes the same for me. Have I ever touched a turbine? No. Never rebuilt a turbine or anything like that. Have I seen lots of conveyors? You betcha. You know, I know conveyors like the back of my hand. Same with pumps, compressors, all that. I've seen that stuff. Other stuff, not so much. Humber has contributed $2.16 million from its Capital Priorities Fund, with additional funding of over $1 million from Ontario's Apprenticeship Capital Grant, which brings Ontario's overall contribution through the Apprenticeship Capital Grant to almost $6 million. Located near Humber's North Campus at 110 Carrier Drive, the $9.5 million expansion includes specialized labs such as an HRAC lab, a gas and oil lab, and an AR, VR, XR simulation studio. What the hell? AR, VR, XR simulation studio. Additionally, a 10,000 square foot woodworking lab converted from a former furniture manufacturing plant will train students in trades such as carpentry and industrial woodworking. The expansion also includes flexible lab spaces that can adapt to new industry technologies. '50s in October is great. It's colder here than it is in Oslo. Wow. That's pretty incredible. And the last one I found was understanding America's labor shortage, the most impacted industries. The pandemic caused a major disruption of America's labor force, something many have referred to as the Great Resignation. In 2022, more than 50 million workers quit their jobs, following the 47.8 million who did so in 2021. In 2023, this trend gradually subsided with 30.5 million workers resigning. I mean, that's still a lot. Just like the simulations. You got her, G. You still don't understand why people from Scandinavia moved from the coldest place in Europe to Minnesota. It's damn cold there. Probably because of the Great Lakes, eh? Yeah, it reminded them of home. Oi, it is cold here. I think I like it. So yeah, they're talking about the Great Resignation, blah, blah, blah. I changed jobs in 2021. Just because I was sick of where I was at, because they were idiots. A closer look at what happened to the labor force can better be described as the Great Reshuffle. While quit rates remain high, hiring rates continue to outpace them as many workers have been transitioning to other jobs in search of an improved work-life balance and flexibility, increased compensation, or a strong company culture. I think people look for more money. You know, why did you take this job? I like not starving. You know, I like money. Also, this Great Resignation that happened during the pandemic, they're not going to even bring to light the fact that people were getting the government was paying them. Because I don't know if it happened to you guys in the States, but in Canada we had something called CERB, C-E-R-B, and it was like pretty much people could claim that if they had to stay home from their job. So it was like pretty much welfare. Just, you know, you'd apply for it and they would give it to you. It didn't matter who you were. Hey, Veritax, how you doing? You're wondering where I was on Tuesday? Yeah, I'll tell you what, that was a long day for me. It was almost 12-hour day. So by the time I got home, I was in no condition to do any kind of streaming or anything like that. It's a cold. Let's make the lutefisk. People got tired of corporate bullshit. You imagine? By contrast, COVID didn't affect us at all. Yeah. You know what happened to me during the pandemic? Nothing. I still had to go to work. I didn't get paid to stay home. I didn't get sick during the pandemic. I just kept going to work. So, there you go. Lutefisk should be a crime. You had stymie checks here. The Biden bucks were strong. CERB, like disability here? No, Veritax. CERB stands for like the Canada something benefit. So you applied for it if you weren't allowed to go to work, I guess. You didn't have me on at all for notifications, just update. Hey, right on, man. You'll make sure you do when you click subscribe. Make sure you hit that bell to get all notifications, I guess. I mean, come on, YouTube, smarten up. You literally forgot about COVID. Yeah, exactly. At least you could forget about it, tits. I was tired of getting bashed over the head with it all the time. I still am. You never stopped working either? You had to use a temporary folding desk until the building was cleaned? Okay. You had a good mask first, N100 and a P100 respirator. That's pretty good. But I don't think they're going to stop viruses. What do scientists swear when they're going into a hazardous situation? They have their own self-contained environmental suit. So that tells me that those masks that people were wearing, the surgical masks, they do nothing. Yeah, Canada Emergency Response Benefit. There you go, Veritax. You're right on the ball, man. Right on. First 2 weeks, everyone made fun of people who had masks. Yes, they did. Yep. And 3 weeks after, they were complaining about people who didn't wear masks. DJ, that is called social engineering. That was what that was all about. That was a big social engineering project that they did, where they could see how many people they could control and how many people would listen. And the group mentality took over, and the people that were wearing masks were yelling at the people that weren't. So it's not good when the government gets the people to do their dirty work for them. Figured I'll trap some viron-bearing droplets. It might. You bought the RZ mask with disposable charcoal masks that were equivalent to N95 that had an exhalation valve, which like one person in the entire pandemic asked you about. Yeah, it's not a hazmat suit. That's right. You can smell the paint from the paint shop while wearing your COVID mask, so you think the virus is smaller. I mean, you're right, Godzillionaire. I've been saying that for a while too. Face diapers do nothing. News at 11. Alex Moore, how you doing, man? Nice to see you. Surgical masks come in 4 types that you're aware of. Yeah, I know there's some out there, but I'd still be wary about that. Don't think you're safe. Even the Fauchmeister said masks don't work until he backpedaled. Yeah. Level 0 is the one everyone wore. Surgical masks protect you from splash, but if you aren't wearing them, well, they won't stop inhalants from coming in. Level 1 through 3 are designed to keep some stuff out, but mainly like macro particles. You wore a fake one at work when they recorded. Nice, DJ. Nice. There are 2 bodies that rate masks for medical need. NIOSH and ATSM, yeah. ANSI. Yeah, okay. People actually enforcing the man. People were tits. People went nuts. The government managed to scare people so much that they were just going off the rails. I was walking down a hallway, and one of the supervisors walking towards me, and when he saw me, he just about threw himself into the adjoining hallway. Like he was just, and I just started laughing. I'm like, man, like it's too late. Like once I've exhaled air into the hallway, like it's too late. You throwing yourself out of the way, it was just ridiculous. The absurdity of it just made me laugh. Like it was, oh. You remember seeing people with the mask down around their chin? Like, that's not doing it. Yeah, that's right. If you had to guess, tits, it was the cuck yank states that were pegged west. Oh, and the pegged west coast. Probably. California, probably. At work, they mandated it on Sundays. You were alone. You didn't wear it. But on weekdays, you wore something that resembled Victoria's Secret. Oh, that would look funny. Come in with a pair of panties over your face. What? What? It works. It's perfectly fine. The government thought they had done better gain of function than what they really did. Yeah. Well, do you guys, I don't know, maybe we shouldn't get on this topic, but do you remember 2 weeks? They were like 2 weeks to flatten the curve. 2 weeks, man. Just 2 weeks, everybody. 2 weeks and that's it. Yeah, sure. Bunch of liars. Actual respirators were too expensive to source during COVID. These masks were designed to keep allergens and mold when working outside. You figured change the filter a few times a week. Done. The Dark Souls dodge roll away from the virus. Yeah, exactly. Oh, I couldn't believe it. The guy was huge, too. Big, huge guy, throwing him out of the way as I'm walking down the hallway. It's like, I just couldn't stop laughing. I'm like, hey, what are you doing? Man, jeez. Anyways, let's get back onto here. U.S. Chamber of Commerce closely monitoring trends in job openings, labor force participation, and quit rates affecting industries nationwide. Continue reading to explore analysis of the industries most significantly affected by these trends. For a broad overview of the state of our workforce, check out America Works Data Center. An in-depth look at how the worker shortage is impacting the nation is here, and state-by-state breakdown, tracking the worker shortages here. Data is available here. Food service and hospitality businesses struggle to retain workers. No way. Food service and hospitality? One of the lowest paid jobs? You're kidding, right? Stay home to keep us nurses safe, and a month later, let's all stand outside hundreds of thousands in support of Mount. Yes. 2 weeks, 2 years, same difference. You remember some people wore those gaiters, like a turtleneck attachment around their neck and their mouth, and it's like, what the Or did you guys see the face shield? That one just about killed me too. It's like, I'm wearing a face shield and a mask. And then when you went to pay at the checkout, they had the plastic shield in front of them. Some still do. Some still do. They still have the stupid plastic there, and it's like, this does nothing. First of all, I can't hear you when you're trying to talk to me, and secondly, you know, I need to reach around it to pass you some money anyway. Like, give your head a shake. But whatever. It's true. You get what you pay for. Yep. 100%. And that's why most food service and hospitality are young adults, teenagers, getting their first job. They go to work at McDonald's or some kind of food service just to get their feet wet, earn some money for themselves, get some experience. It's not supposed to be a forever job. It's not, no matter what people say. Yeah, shields were the funniest. Dentists loved the face shield. Yeah. Jobs that are fully in person and traditionally have lower wages have had a more difficult time retaining workers. You just answered your own question there. Even prior to the pandemic. For example, the leisure and hospitality industry have experienced the highest quit rates of all industries, with the accommodation and food services subsector of this industry experiencing a quit rate consistently around above 4% since July 2022. And hey, how you doing, James? Come on in, join the parties, have a seat. We're all having a good old time here. You remember some crazy do-it-yourself mask from one of the internet historians' videos on his second channel? Oh, yeah. Do you guys remember the guy wearing the 6-foot pool noodles on his head to keep people away? This is the radius. You need to stay away from me. Yeah, that was just hilarious. Stay 6 feet away from me. Just dumb. Just absolutely stupid. And people that are still wearing them today. I've seen somebody sitting at a bus stop wearing one, and I'm like, well, I hope your mental illness gets cured pretty soon, because that's all it is now. If you're wearing them now, you have mental problems. You need to go seek help. The quilting circles converted to making quilted masks to CDC specifications. Didn't laugh hard enough. Yeah. Across all industries, hiring rates have continuously outpaced quit rates. Looking again at leisure and hospitality, the industry lost 781,000 workers in January 2024, but 1.05 million people were hired into the industry that same month. In fact, since November 2020, leisure and hospitality has maintained the highest hiring rate among all industries, ranging between 6% to nearly 19%. The hiring rate remains significantly higher than the national average, which has hovered around 3.7% since January 2024. When taking a look at the labor shortage across different industries, the education and health services sector and the professional and business services sector consistently exhibit the highest number of job openings. It's worth noting that professional and business services span a broad spectrum of occupations, including legal services, scientific research, as well as roles like landscaping workers, cleaners, and waste disposal workers. Meanwhile, in the more stable, higher-paying industries such as financial activities in manufacturing, the number of employees quitting has been lower. Of course, they're paid well, and they hopefully enjoy their job. At the bus stop, maybe not. On a bus, jet, maybe a good idea, especially if traveling internationally. They got rid of manufacturing because they can pay some poor bastard far less in China or India or anywhere but here. Yeah, I mean, you're speaking the truth there, James. You saw the new robot fryer. Fancy Asians like to wear those masks when they're sick. Yes, but that's just so that they won't get people sick. You thinking that it's going to save you, big mistake. You're mistaken, and you shouldn't do that. You think a human has to load fries, hit a button, and then come back and pick up the fries? Okay, man, oh man. All I got to say is don't support those places that are moving to robotic fry makers. Make it so that a human has to make it. Looking at my poll right now, 9 votes. 9 people have voted. And it looks like the majority of you said no. 56% say no about getting notifications about my stream or when I'm streaming. 44% said yes. So I don't know what I can do better. Labor force participation. Most recent jobs from the Bureau of Labor Statistics indicates that thousands of individuals are joining the workforce, which is good. However, labor force participation still does not match what it was before the pandemic for a variety of reasons. The droplets, Beanie Boy as Fauci. Exactly, G. You got notified on the homepage today. Ah, that's good, DJ. You hit the bell. Hopefully that'll help. Thanks, G. Fries are really bad for you, mainly because it's the seed oil. Might have been healthier when it was beef fat from the griddle. I'd go for that. Yeah. Or lard. Lard would be okay. If the labor force participation rate were at the February 2020 level, we would have an additional 2 million people in the workforce, and this shortage is impacting all industries in nearly every state. Even if every unemployed worker were to fill an open job within their respective industry, there would still be millions of unfilled job positions, highlighting the widespread labor shortage. A lot of boomers never came back. Many retired shortly after. Yes, Veritax. Yes, I've heard of that too. Yep. They were probably got buyouts. -1 result from yes. You did not get notified, but you voted yes because you showed on your YouTube homepage. Okay, no problem, DJ. You never get notifications. You just type in fan service, YouTube, and there you are. That's me. Of course, if you remember our last anime chat on Sunday, there was a little bit of fan service there. Yeah. That's the good stuff. On the other hand, life is for living, and nothing is forever. That's pretty deep, James, but you're right. By the way, you think YouTube notifications was messed up? All notifications is any notifications. Personalized is like roll a D20 if you get a notification. Yeah. And I get nothing. Okay. You deep fry your fries in lard as the good Lord and George Washington intended. There you go. Chalk one up for tits. You don't count seeing it on the top of the homepage as notification. Notification means it shows up on your device and alerts me. Oh, okay. Like I say, I always put it on Discord and Twitter. So if you're following me on Twitter, you can find it there. And on Discord. So this is a different type of topic for this channel. You know what, James? A little bit. It's because of what they brought up about the pandemic causing a lot of people to resign. And so that brought up what it was like what all of us did during the pandemic. You know, I said what I did, which was nothing happened to me. I went to work like always. I wasn't even one of those lucky crews that got to be sent home with pay. I just had to keep working. So that's what happened to me. You forgot you also stream on Thursday. I just happened to be at the pause in anime watching. It's like, hey, I missed Pop in the stream. Oh, no. You're right about Tuesdays, Veritax. I'm just doing Thursday as a makeup for missing Tuesday. Yeah. So otherwise, I don't stream on Thursdays usually. All this lard talk makes you want to head to a Mexican restaurant that uses lard in their tortillas. Yeah. Yeah, use that lard. Huh? That's the way. The manufacturing industry as a whole faced a major setback after losing roughly 1.4 million jobs during the onset of the pandemic. Since then, the industry has made significant strides toward recovery, making a concerted effort to address job vacancies. While durable goods manufacturing has seen a more substantial recovery compared to non-durable goods manufacturing as of January 2024, a gap persists with 622,000 total manufacturing jobs openings yet to be filled. The jobs are out there, everybody. The jobs are out there. You lost yesterday. Did you sleep through it, maybe? Maybe. I mean, losing a whole day? Wow. You tried to find Twitter, but couldn't every time I typed videos to find videos on X, but that's a whole other site. Yeah, hey Elon, why don't you make a video streaming site and call it X Videos? Oh, taken already. Do vegans get extra mad when you call a lard ass for being lazy? Yeah, maybe. I wouldn't know though, because I don't know any vegans. They're just a whole different kind of animal, those vegans. On the contrary, the construction industry faces a labor surplus. The number of unemployed workers with experience in this industry exceeds the available job openings, with an average of 383,000 job vacancies per month in 2023, while the monthly average of individuals with experience in this field seeking employment amounts to 480,000. It's worth noting that a labor surplus does not ensure that all positions will be occupied, as workers may not necessarily be located in the geographic areas where the open positions are situated. This is true. It also does not imply that an industry will have all the workers it needs in future years. Once again, I point to a little thing called demographics. Maybe check that out and you'll see how many people are going to retire and when. All industries currently have job openings, with each actively seeking new hires. The rate of hiring varies significantly from one industry to another, with certain sectors bringing a large number of new employees at a more rapid rate compared to others. Consider the mining and logging industry, which is relatively small in terms of employment. From January to December 2023, this industry hired the fewest number of workers, totaling 286,000. This stands in sharp contrast to the leisure and hospitality sector and professional and business services sector. In the same time frame, each of these industries hired around 13 million employees. Anyways, you guys get it. You know what it's all about. In the Phineas voice, yes, they are. You were on the right site, tits. Elon is a corn connoisseur. One of your Oshis is a vegan, but she's cool. Hey, all right. That's okay, G. You know what? I watch VTubers as well. Some of them are pretty entertaining. And, it's nice to aesthetically pleasing, to stare at a cute VTuber while they're yapping away. You're going to say that's not true? There may be accepting applications, but not actually hiring? Yeah, that could be too. I can only go by what they wrote on here. And this is from the U.S. Chamber of Commerce. Labor shortage, you say? What's that, ChatGPT? Can't run a forklift for you? Oh, Camel won't weld a seam for you? Copilot wants to tell you how to build a house, but can't tell you where to start digging? You got her, Vertex. Keep bringing that. That's what I like to see. It's like, what's that? Oh, you can't do this? Geez, that's a shame. Anyways, it's picture time. It's picture time. I got pictures. I remembered my USB drive today. And I put some pictures on it. So I will bring that up right now. And if Godzillionaire is still around, I've got a pretty funny one to show you. All media is suspect after 2013. All media. Okay, we're going to go like this, and we're going to go like this. There you go. So, it's the morning. As you can see the time here, it's 6:37 in the morning. And this was this is what the sky looked like at sunrise. So I'm like, hey, that looks pretty good. I think I'll take a picture. So I took a picture because it looked pretty good. Is it a flashed out data plate? You could only be so lucky. But yeah, this was the morning. The morning before I when I arrived at work, and I'm like, you know what? I got to take a picture of that because that looks nice. So nice orange sunrise. Sun's coming up. We're looking to the east. Hey, ChatGPT, are you forklift certified? Checkmate, AI theist. They have like an autofile drawer 13 in their ATS software. People are resorting to keywords and transparent text on blank pages to get around it now. Oh. Smith Modernization Act, which made it A-OK to propagandize basically everything. Okay. Blood has been spilled this night. Yes. The sun is red. Can threads thread a pipe? Probably not. Probably can't lay any either. Here you go. Godzillionaire. Something's wrong with this. I tried to swap one pump for another. This is a brand new Durco pump. Brand new. I came in on the Saturday. And I'm like, I'm going to swap out the old one for the new one. So I got the new one, brought it over, took the old one out, put the new one in its place. And I'm like, something's not right here. But Zuck can smoke those meats. He's a real chode smoker, that one. So yeah, there you go. There is that one. And I took another picture to show how far away the discharge was. It's like, okay, this doesn't line up. This is too far away. This doesn't line up. This isn't where the motor is going to couple up to the pump. That base isn't going to get bolted down at all. That's a single leg, and it's a double. It's like 4 feet it sits on, and that's a single foot right there. There's the other front foot. It's like, well, okay, that's not going to fit. The hole is right there to hold it down. So after this happened, I emailed the engineer and said, the guys we ordered this from screwed up. Because I asked for a Group 2 pump, and they sent me a Group 1 pump. It's from FlowServe. This is their pump. They have Durco brand pumps, which are good. I really like them. But even after sending them in an email, all the serial numbers and group numbers and everything we needed and models, they screwed up and sent us the wrong one. You don't get Zuck's sausage obsession. His wife's pretty for a rice burner. It's a facade. So yeah, that's what happened to me on the Saturday when I went into work. And as you can see, I had to rebuild the old one and put it back in place. So that's what happened there. You guys can enjoy a little bit of Nami while I look for the rest of the pictures I took. You too can have this nice background. Just gotta look for it. Godzillionaire, look, no flash. I was able to get a picture of this data plate. You gotta zoom in a bit, but this is important because I need to make sure we have a spare for next year. Nadia? Might have fired some folks who got stipend for food when working OT, but some already had food, used it on groceries, toiletries. Oh! See, that's, and they shouldn't fire them for that, because it's like you gave them money. You gave them money and they spent it on what they seen fit to do. So yeah, there you go, Godzillionaire. U.S. Motors, made in Poland. Yeah, that's just who imported it. We call ourselves U.S. Motors. Is Fabrik und Polonia, or made in Poland. Yeah, so I got to order a spare one of these. Probably explosion proof. Let's see what else we got here. I showed you guys the hole through the trouble light. Like, that hole is so perfect. It's almost like the guy did it on purpose. Like, you drilled through my trouble light. There's the back of it. Like, talk about a perfect shot right through. That's disappointing when you get a new part, install it, and it still doesn't work. Double frustrating when we're rebuilding the old one. Could have saved a lot of time just rebuilding the old one first. Yeah, James. I know. But it's not our fault. It wasn't our fault. We made sure that we sent them the right. And I've looked back in the emails to see that, yes, we ordered a Group 2 pump, but they sent us a Group 1 pump. So hopefully we can just do a nice little swap. And I gotta wait. I'll wait for next shutdown, because in order to change that pump out, you have to shut down the whole plant. That's the only disadvantage of having that pump. Let's see what else I got here for you guys. Let's see. Nothing too crazy. I am gonna have to do I'm gonna have to make some videos about the fans I changed bearings on and such, just to show you guys what it's like. And I'm gonna probably do one about how to change inserts in bearing housings, because the one I found on YouTube just wasn't that good. At least I don't think it was. Just checking to see what I got here. Not much, not much. Trying to look for some new stuff, because I know you guys want some new stuff. What do we got here? Maybe Meta wasn't clear that they were supposed to buy carry out pizza delivery, something like that. Oh, yeah. You thought I was going to start an OnlyFans and post those pics? OnlyFans. yeah, not too much left. I'm still waiting for my other spare pump to arrive, my glycol pump. It should be coming, and I'll be able to replace that. I'm more of a Fansly guy. Yeah, me and Fillion, right? I'm more of a Fansly. Just taking a look around here, seeing what's going on. And we'll get some more. It's getting colder up here. We think by next week we're going to be in the 0 Celsius or minus. So it's going to be time to start winterizing the whole plant. That includes winterizing the fire hydrants so they don't freeze over, and yeah, just keeping stuff from frosting over. All kinds of fans at the shop. Yeah, James, you're right. There's all kinds of fans. And don't I hate waiting for a pump? Yeah, I do. I don't. It's not the, especially when you paid for it, and if it's like, I can't remember what it was going to be, like $6,000 for this pump. And it's like, okay. But little do I know that when you order something now, you got to make sure that it's in stock, because what they do is they take your money and then they place an order to China. And then China makes it. And then it has to, they make it from scratch, and it arrives 3 weeks later because it was just built, rather than being on the shelf and they could get it to you, and you wouldn't have to wait so long. Geez, I haven't even shown you guys our new Snowblade. I got to get pictures of our new Snowblade for you. You can see the brand new Snowblade. That thing is pretty primo. Here's what the old one looks like. The old Snowblade. So here's the old Snowblade. It's very worn. Post those pics. We demand fan service. You paid for a good pump, but women get them for free. Yes, they do. Sometimes a couple of them. You probably wouldn't get maybe subscriptions with air movers, you suspect? Yeah, James. So yeah, the old one. I got to get shots. So I'll show you the new one. It's a lot more robust. It's a lot wider too. And it's definitely not as worn out as this. This backing plate is crazy with how much it's worn. Anyways. Well, I think that's it for me tonight there, fellas. I really appreciate you coming by. Please hit that like button, subscribe if you haven't already. Spread the word, let them know. Hey, old Pop is out here talking about the skilled trades. There's other good channels out there too, people I personally watch and enjoy, like Pacific 414, and of course DJ Ronnie G, who was in the chat. If you like turtles, tech, and astronomy, you gotta tune in to DJ Ronnie G. There's Brandon, the anime guy. I was just watching him before I started my stream. He was playing some Grand Blue on his gaming machine there. There's Carl at the RNG podcast. Tomby, the bloke from across the pond, from Britain. There's Angry Canadian, Nerdporial Lifeform. And don't forget Punk Wallow. You can always find him at Floral from Under a Rock and on Snowdub's channel. He also has his own channel where he does excellent ponderances. And our friends that are taking a hiatus, Whoopa and Blaine. We hope to see you guys streaming soon. Phases. Are you still retooling the factory next week? No, DJ. We are up and running. Everything is getting back to the usual. As I had named this stream, back to the usual. So it's all going to be about ordering spare parts to replace the ones we used. And yeah, back to it. Don't forget, everybody, Saturday, Retro Game Day. I'm playing a lot of brain-teasing games. A lot of brains where I try to use my mind and figure out puzzles. A little break from the RPG, which really takes a long time. And then Sunday Anime Chat. On Sunday Anime Chat, the month of October is Pop's Choice. I will pick which anime shows I'm going to showcase rather than having... That's the theme. It's my choice. So I picked a couple of good ones last time, and you guys enjoyed them. At least I think so. Tits can attest to that fact. He was here. And yeah, it was a good time. And then once again, Tuesday. Tuesday should be normal streaming day for me. Trades Talk. No more shutdown. Just back to nice, quiet times. I hope, anyway. Thanks for streaming for this poor old sad old cripple. No problem, Tits. I'm glad to do it. Punk Waddle's channel. He does a short video every... Thanks for the posting that, DJ. Appreciate that. Let me know if you get off from work on Tuesday. Okay. Might do a special Monday show or skip it. Okay. Stay tuned for DJ Ronnie G maybe on his special Monday show. We'll have to see. You'll be there for the anime stream so we can talk Future Boy Conan. Very good. Right on. And who knows, there may be some fan service involved. We'll see. It is what I prefer, however. So it's my choice. Right on. Thanks for coming out, everyone. I really appreciate it. I hope you had a good time. I really did. You guys make it really fun here. And I hope to see you all on Saturday. But until then, I've been Pop, and I am signing off.